like, when it comes to like the Christian shit, they're like, we're made in His image.
Yeah.
And then you have the other one where it's like, since we're made by Him, we are also gods, but not like at His level. You know what I'm saying?
I believe that we're made in the image of God, but we are not gods. If we were all gods, we wouldn't believe in no. If we were all gods, we would not believe in a higher power. You get what I'm saying? Why would I believe in a God if I'm one?
Cause it's like, if you think about like Marvel, right? Thor is a god, but there's like a god above him type shit. You know what I'm saying?
But the God above him is what? His father.
And then there's a god above them. Like when it comes to like the universe shit.
How do I explain that? That is a
You understand what I'm saying? It's kind of like how they explain like shit, like the universe shit. Like we're one speck, and then we outsource, and then that's a galaxy, and then out the galaxy is another. You know what I'm saying? That's how I think of it.
I think how I always looked at it is like the Thor analogy. Thor believed in other gods. No, Thor believed in gods above him because they came before all the other gods of other religions. Thor believed that they exist. And I think kind of how we would look at humans, like, let's say all of us, the same reason why there's some people in this world who are richer than us, there's poor. If we all were the same, everybody in this entire world made $50,000. If everybody in this world had a hot plate to eat at night, had a car, we wouldn't look at, I feel like we would not look at God the same, because it's like, you're gonna think that like God didn't take you from nothing, that God didn't help you enough for that to not be you. You get what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Think about it. Don't you think that, bro, let's say people in Africa who believe in God, they're praying to God every single day. God, please take me out of this situation. Like the poor parts of Africa, that they're not praying to a God that.
But they probably praying to like a deity. Or if you really think about it, I don't think it's even like that, bro.
What do you mean?
Because you gotta understand, like, all right, for our society, right? It's what you call it? It's more. What's the word? It's more developed. I don't think like. I don't want to say poor, because to us it's like poor. You know what I'm saying? But to them it's like that's how they grew up, where they grew up and shit like that. Right? So the only thing I like, I'm trying to put myself in their shoes. The only thing I'm thinking of is if, let's say, their child gets sick and they, you know what I'm saying, pray, or they just pray for a good hunt, but to have cars or to leave the country, that's not on their mind, bro. They don't even, some of them probably don't even know what a plane is, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's true, and that makes them not want for more. But I'm saying let's say, even better, the niggas in Ukraine, let's say they believe in God, right? Let's just say they do, right? And they're going through the bombings and shit. You don't think they probably praying to God like, God, can you please take me out of this situation? God, can you put me in America? God, put me somewhere that's better. Versus we're praying that, like, thank you, God, for this not happening to us. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's, if we all were equal, we would not believe in a God.
You think so?
Fuck yeah, bro. We wouldn't believe in a God, because it's like, why am I going to believe in something when I'm as equal to everybody and I'm not going through nothing? The people around me not going through nothing. Nobody really going through nothing.
So you're saying we have to go through something to believe in God, basically?
You have to go through something to keep your faith.
You think so?
Hell yeah, bro. You got to go through something to keep your faith.
So what would you say to the people that all kill themselves?
It's just like when I would say just like athletes killing themselves. You have a talent that just was too strong for you. It's like when rappers are addicted to drugs. Even though that's a mental thing, and that's a whole nother roller coaster that I think I understand. But it's like the people who kill themselves, sometimes you don't know that. Sometimes, hey, I'd rather go meet God than keep praying to Him. I personally don't believe if you kill yourself, you're going to hell. I don't believe that. But
you don't know where you're going, though.
You don't know what you're going. You don't know where you're going. But I really don't think God's like, this man just killed himself. Send this nigga to the pits.
Yeah. had that, bro, you see who would be able to really turn that into something and develop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, bro, I would think then everybody would be more thankful than now, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I wish people were more.
Because imagine now, everybody has their necessities, and if you want more, you can get more. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would think that people would, you know what I'm saying, just be more grateful, more thankful, just because, you know what I'm saying, everybody is okay. You know what I'm saying? People still gonna get sick, car crashes still gonna happen, but the ability to be like, I have the money to cover that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It puts them in a position like, yo, this, you know what I'm saying? Life is good type shit.
Yeah, I do agree with that too. If shit like that happened, we wouldn't believe in. We wouldn't. If things like you said, right? If things like that happened, niggas still wouldn't believe in a God, because we know, Brad, a part of why shit is like this in America, I do believe, is to help restore faith in God. I do believe that.
Oh my Lord.
I do. I'm gonna be honest, bro. American people don't see nothing else. When it comes to religion, it's just God in America. I do believe that American people, but I would say, yeah, I'm gonna say America believes that, like, once we just find a way to bring God back into the shit, we'll be alright. Shit will be different. I do believe that shit. I do believe that's the cause of that. That's one cause of shit.
So you're saying, right? America is trying to implement God still.
Yeah, I think they're trying to have more people. I think they're.
But that don't make any sense, man. Look at. Alright. If you think about it, ooh, that's kind of like a touchy subject, though.
Yeah, I think America is starting to see the drop in the number of Christianity. I think they're starting to see the numbers in it.
Because remember, right? They're pulling out religion out the schools, well, specifically Christianity, right? They're removing the Bibles from classroom. They're now giving children the choice to change genders if they want, without parent consent. So I don't see where there's like they're trying to push or implement back that. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think the government that's happening because the government?
Yeah, but the government is America, bro. Because, bro, if you think about it right now, everybody on this road is working, is slaving for one specific thing. Provision, fam. Just to make sure they have the basic necessities. Other than that, bro, the majority of America, bro, doesn't care about politics. Or not even that they don't care about politics, but how should I say? It's they only care about politics to like a certain level. You know what I'm saying? Not to the point where they could like actually know which person is which, and that's why I think the higher ups be taking advantage of everything, because, you know what I'm saying, we're not doing our homework on people and stuff like that. So when these people get put in position, they do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hate when this job like this. I think. Okay, so I say what I say because I think. How do I explain this? I think the government has lost its control. I look at county, how I look at it is from city, county, statewide, FBI, CIA, right? And I think they all have lost, they're not on the same page. And I think that's why, like, somebody on social media can be influential to where everybody goes to Waffle House and gets a fucking sandwich, right? I think that's what's happening, is people are starting to become too influential, and America's starting to lose. America's being derailed. And I think America has became too much of it's became a false sense of open-mindedness. We're okay with niggas being gay, which is not wrong, but we're okay with niggas being 13.
That's the nigga who talking. Keep going.
We're okay with niggas being 13 and changing their sexuality at such a young age, being lost at the mind. We're okay with just certain wrong shit. I'm not saying that it should. I'm not saying that they shouldn't. They shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Let that happen, but at an older age. We're fucking with kids at them still being adolescent. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We're not letting kids learn like, oh, I shouldn't do this. Like, for example, Dwayne Wade's son, bro. That's just a young person that did a change at a young age who 5 years from now he might regret that because of how young he was.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So shit is so different, and America is just very much so different. And I'm not saying it's bad, it's just more so like America has lost its control versus people control more than anything. That's why it's so dangerous for people to have such a big social media following. It is very dangerous.
But that's alright. So this is the difference when you say that, right? How exactly how you say it. That's how I process it. We have the influence to control things on a entertainment level. You know what I'm saying? Like a basic level. But let's say to kick the president out, bruh.
Yeah.
That's a whole different, you know what I'm saying, arena basically. We have the power to like influence people on what to eat and what to wear and things like that, but to me that's like the norm, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not the things that truly matter, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I could try that food because dude said it tastes good, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's like a personal thing. And that kind of reminds me of like the Malcolm X stuff, you know what I'm saying?
I think for me more so it's like how do I explain this? Like first, black people would never have control over nothing. For somebody to get voted out of the office, niggas the same shit happened to Trump. I think voices have to be loud enough.
Do you think he's gonna go back in for presidency?
Yes, I need Trump to go back to presidency. Y'all, people need to understand that just because Biden is not outwardly racist, that doesn't mean that he's not racist. He's still racist. Biden will forever. He's an old white man. He's going to forever. He's most, not all white men, old white men are racist.
Damn.
He's like,
that's tough.
I'm sorry. Trump. I'm pretty sure Biden's probably as fucked up as Trump. The only difference is, pretty sure we just know more about Trump than Biden with his fucked upness. That's all it is. That doesn't mean I support Trump, but I personally like when Trump was in office because he shook shit up, and Biden's a little bit too pussy. Like,
so would you say, all right, based on character, why I like Trump more than Biden is honesty? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, I like the fact that, like, first of all, we sending way too much money to Ukraine. That shit ain't got nothing to do with us.
Damn.
We sending way
That's
too
a
much.
fact. We do. I personally,
we fucked up.
bruh, I might get killed. I might get bashed for this, but I personally don't support Ukraine, bruh.
That shit ain't got nothing to do with
They
us.
can handle their own battles.
That's why I don't want violence. I support it. The thing I personally don't like is like Biden be too pussied up. I respect Trump. Any nigga who fucking with America, he's responding back with smoke. He's responding back straight with smoke. I hate when people beat some traffic.
That shit be annoying.
But he responded straight back with smoke. I completely love it. That's really it. Most of these niggas are racist, and people think because they say a good idea, they're not racist. They're racist as fuck.
So you're certifying that racism isn't that? Is that confirmed?
Say it again.
You're certifying, as in stamping it or acknowledging that racism isn't there, basically.
Racism will never be dead. We need racism. We need racism.
Damn.
We do. We need racism.
Why?
It puts the drive into people that nothing else will. Being called a coon and because you're black you'll never be broke, here as a black person hearing that shit would drive a nigga to be successful. We need racism. And honestly, this shit just funny. I hope this shit never go away. But I know it's gonna go away in the next 100 years, sadly. But
you think so?
Yes, and I think black people are racist too. The problem is we just don't want to openly admit nothing because black people have a problem taking accountability for anything.
And when you say racist for black people, like chop it up for me.
Black people are racist to Hispanics. Black people are racist to Indians. Black people are let me not say racist, prejudice. But
Okay,
prejudice is rooted a little bit into racism. You get what I'm saying?
Alright, so if we go to the definition right now, right? What would be the top thing or what would be like the top tier qualities of racism?
When you see someone and because of just off their skin color, you don't like them. I would say that versus prejudiceness is
okay, so pause. So you think black people are racist off of skin color?
No, I think that's why I say I take back what I said about black people. They're more so prejudice. Black people are prejudiced. We're damn near as prejudiced as white people. We're not that far off. Like white people are probably like 2 miles up the road than we are. But black people judge Indians. Black people judge Hispanics. Black people judge more. Black people judge. The only difference with white people is we will literally say it to your face. Like just on some real shit. Niggas will say it to your face. And it won't even be on. White people will let that shit build up. Niggas gonna say it to you.
So you don't think black people are straightforward when it comes to that?
Nah, black people are straightforward. That's what I'm saying. Black people are gonna.
Oh, like okay.
They're gonna say it dead. Look you dead in your eyes. I'm gonna be honest. First time I came to your house, I know y'all Indian shit. And please don't take this the wrong way. Y'all smell weird.
But
white people will say that shit in the heat of the moment.
Okay. That's kind of tough, bro. So is it? So would you say it's like a little bit of prejudice? What can you say the word prejudice? No, that's not the word.
It's full on prejudice because
then you kind of have like a little bit of honesty in there too.
It might be honest, but it's just like I'm not
into the cycle.
Yes, you fed into that stereotypical cycle. You're thinking that stereotypical thing. Because that's why I say most jokes about people or a group of people, they're not jokes. They're not jokes. It's just saying it in a funny, they're just saying the truth in a funny way. It's not jokes. Same shit they say about black people.
So jokes are truth in silly ways, you're saying?
Yes.
Basically.
Most. I'm gonna say 80% of jokes are truths in a silly way. Like for example, right? When I call you like a jailbird, right?
Yeah.
You're not a real fucking jailbird. You get what I'm saying?
But it's still factual. Kinda ish.
But like a jailbird is somebody who keeps going to jail. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not you. You get what I'm saying? Like that's a joke, but that joke literally has no truth in it because you had one thing and it wasn't your fault. It really wasn't your fault. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom. These Rams are nice. I'm pretty sure you're talking about these, right?
What?
The trucks, when we were talking about earlier.
Hell no, I don't like them trucks.
Oh, man, them shit's nice. But back to
I want a Tacoma.
Tacoma?
Tacoma. Toyota Tacoma.
Them shit's nice.
Because them bitches are
it's nice, but like certain other jokes, not to you, but just other people say, they're the truth. Niggas just don't want to say it in that fashion or form because argument happened. It's a whole slope you gotta go down through. You gotta go down now.
But that just depends on the person. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Like whether it's jokes, conversation, arguments, it just depends on how emotionally capable someone is to handle in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
unless that nigga keep poking fucking bear, that's a whole different situation. But you know what I'm saying?
But that's what most people do. Most people like poking in the goddamn bear. That's most people.
But to a certain context. You know what I'm saying?
That is true. You gotta look into that too. Yeah.
Because it can be innocent. harmful with harmful. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain that. Because it's like, that's just the way, like, people just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Joke. It's not for everybody type shit.
Yeah, and that's not wrong. Some people can't take jokes, and that's okay.
But then you have the ones that where it's like, alright, that's kind of personal type shit. I understand if a motherfucker, alright, be like, hey bro, like stop that shit. That's different, you know what I'm saying? Or a girl with her mama or some shit and they keep arguing about the same thing. That's a whole. I thought that boy had 4Gs. I'm tripping. But I don't know, it's just how it develops afterwards, right?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
You have a good point, that too.
Yeah.
Okay, bro, this nigga
I want to go back.
But no. So what else problem is there? But back regurgitating the prejudice thing. I think black people are prejudiced as fuck. They are prejudiced, and the problem is a lot of black people, not only in America but around the world, think that everyone is prejudiced to us, so we spew that hate to other people. And I'm not gonna lie, it's again our generation. Our generation our generation is not as good as people think.
So you're saying because of all the things we went through, we're now deflecting our trauma.
Yeah, ever since the crack era in America, I think that black people since the crack era have just been going down. I think we're more divided than together. Black people have always been easily to be bought, but like our generation is just it's not as good as we think it is. And
all right, you have 1 to 3 words to define our generation from 99 and down. Go.
99 and down?
Yeah. 1 to 3 words. You can put everything into 1 word, or you could use 3 words.
Stupid, accessible, divided. I'm pretty sure you
In 2 miles, take exit 28 toward US 92 and Lakewood.
Okay. Divided as in black people around the world right now are the most divided we've ever been. I'm not gonna say I blame that on black American people. I do give them a good amount of blame because black American culture does run the entire world. There's no culture in this world stronger than black American culture. That's no ifs, ands, or buts. I have on Yeezys right now that's made by Kanye. I wear Jordans that is Michael Jordan. The music I listen to predominantly is rap music made in America. R&B is my favorite genre. Even though R&B always has its roots back to African music, R&B is an American thing no matter what nobody wants to say. Yes, other countries and other people from other countries have been big at a point in R&B, but R&B is forever going to be an American thing. The clothes I wear is an African American style of clothing. My parents are from Jamaica. I'm not saying I abide by the rules of Jamaican culture. I don't. I abide by more so African American culture, but my mindset will always be I would say more of a Jamaican mindset of how I think and how I move, which nothing's wrong with that.
Use the right lane to take exit 28 toward US 92 and Lakewood.
For just a vibe of niggas. Not all of it, but a good amount. I do blame, I'm not gonna lie, I blame African people too of not wanting us to understand their culture. And when they see that they shun down on the rest of black people against the world. I'm not gonna lie. I also
Take the
Caribbean
exit.
people do the same shit. Instead of we learn about each other's culture, we shun down on each different black culture. And I think the thing I hate the most is people forget the main thing of black culture. Black. And that's the shit I hate. I really do hate is that we were forgetting that at the end of the day, a nigga from Middle East who's black, a nigga from France who's black, a nigga from Canada that's black, a nigga from Brazil is black. The main thing we're missing, the main thing not missing, but the one thing we all have in common is what? Black. And we're forgetting that. We're starting to shun away from that. And black people are subdivided. We're black, but he's Brazilian and I'm Jamaican, so I can't. I'm not as black as him. We do that shit at a higher rate than white people. White people at the end of the day, they're gonna forever say I'm white, and they're gonna ride with each other off of that single thing. They're gonna forever ride with that off of just that. Fucking when I was younger, the Haitian kids and Jamaican kids didn't like each other. Puerto Rican kids and Jamaican kids didn't like each other. The African American kids and the Caribbean kids would get together. They don't like each other, and they would fucking not like each other at all. And it's just like we have this problem as black people wanting to be subdivided. We understand we're black, but we don't really fuck with other black people, and I don't like that shit. Pisses me the fuck off. When I say easy, just easily to be bought. Look at Kanye and his mindset, and because of Kanye and his mindset, a lot of black people are looking at him as a false prophet, and people have bought into his mindset. People buy into the wrong people's mindset because of the way they talk, the money they have, or just the stature
Continue
they
on to
have
West
in
Memorial
society.
Boulevard.
People buy into their mindset. Me personally, black people don't. A lot of black people don't have a mindset of their fucking own. They do not have a mindset of their own. That's the reason why black churches are so big. It's because we want to again believe in a fake prophecy.
In half a mile, turn right onto North Davis Avenue.
Black people keep looking for leadership because we have always thought that we don't have any when we do have leadership. Sometimes the people who are looking for leadership be the best leaders. They just don't know it. And that's another big ass problem we have. And we can easily be bought. I promise you right now, what's a black person? Let's say J. Cole. Let's just use him as an example. Let's say the CIA right now can probably
Turn right onto North Davis Avenue. Then the destination is on your left.
Him as a person and use him. I promise you that can happen because black people are easily to be bought. We don't root for one another. That's nice. We don't root for one another.
In a quarter mile, the destination is on your left. 815 North Davis Avenue.
We have come from such impoverished times that we want money to maybe even change the rest of our family. And if that takes us friggin' selling out someone else, we'll do it.
This nigga hate lying and shit.
No, I'm saying bad like she bad.
Oh.
She do like me. But if that takes us having to kill one of our own, we'll do it. And that's the problem with black people.
Shit.
That's why it took big thing. That's why it took so long for us to be freed of slaves. It's not I don't agree with Kanye when it comes to that slave shit of black people were mentally enslaved. No, it's because we are easily to be bought. And yeah, that does play a little bit into mentally enslaved plays a little bit of a part.
Wait, but remember, I always say it's a cup of tea. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Don't get me wrong, it does take some, but I would say more so just it's easily to be bought as black. And what's the other one I said?
You said
easy.
You said stupid, accessible. Was it accessible?
Stupid, divided, and easy. Stupid as in, I'm gonna be honest. You go to the library right now, I promise you're gonna see lower amount of black people than white people. We don't read nothing. Black people, not just like American people, all around the world, believe. Again, we believe anybody who just says shit smart, or anybody with money or fame, and that's a big ass problem in the black community. I hate that shit so goddamn much. We believe in just the wrong people. Those people lead us to. Those are the people who are going to lead us to hell. Why do you think BBLs are so big? There's bitches with fat asses getting a fatter ass. You're not even greedy. You're just dumb at that point. There's black girls in this world who are getting bigger lips. There are black girls in this world getting bigger lips. How you got big titties and want bigger titties?
Say that again.